Hi there, my name's Melissa, and this is the Knitting and Crochet Spot, where I'm going to talk to you about knitting and crochet and yarn, all things yarn. A little bit about myself. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, or a suburb of Atlanta, Georgia, with my husband, and we've been married, this year will be 29 years, I'm pretty sure. And we have 4 grown daughters and 2 grandchildren, Elijah, who's 6, and Zaya, who is 2. I have been knitting and crocheting for, a long time. I'm okay at both. I'm not an expert at either. I just really love it, and something that I do every day. And I love to collect yarn. I love all the things yarn. I love yarn. I don't care if it's expensive yarn, if it's affordable yarn. I love it all. And I knit and crochet with all of it. I decided to do this podcast today. I didn't even wake up this morning and say, okay, you're doing the podcast. I don't know. I just said, I didn't have my grandkids today. I watched them quite a bit for their moms. And I just thought, I'm going to do this today. I have to start somewhere. I don't want to keep saying, oh, I want to do it, and then I don't do it, and, that kind of thing. I thought, just do it. And this is a work in progress as well, this podcast. I hope to get better at it. If I continue, who knows? I might never do this again. This might be it. I don't know. I just may never feel like doing it again, but I have to start somewhere. Instead, it's not wonder, just do it and, see what happens. I plan on, for the time being at least, following the normal platform of, my finished objects, my whips and acquisitions, that type of thing. So let's just get started, I guess. I don't really know, for introductions, I don't know what else to say. So we'll just get started with some of my finished objects, and I'm not sure. I just grabbed some things, so I'm not sure. These are, when I say finished, they're finished, but I don't know if it's, been a month. I don't know if it's last week. I don't know if, they're relatively my latest finished objects. Okay, so we'll get started. This I will show you first, and this is my sock head hat. And this is a pattern by Kelly McClure. I love this. I love this sock head hat. I love this. I've made many of these. It's made with fingering weight yarn, which I love. I love to work with. And the only thing I don't know if it's the only thing, but one of the things I do differently is her brim is supposed to be 4 inches, and I don't like it. It's a free pattern, but I don't like that. So mine is only, 2.5. That's good enough for me. Yep, I love it. And I love this. I know it's summer and it's for fall, but I love this yarn. Okay, so speaking of the yarn, and this is what I have left. I have quite a bit left. The yarn is by Bumblebee Acres, and the colorway is Ron Weasley. And I think that's perfect. I think that is the perfect name for this yarn. Let's talk about the yarn first. So the colorway is Ron Weasley. It is on the squishy sock base. It is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon fingering weight, 4-ply, and 463 yards. And I love it. And I have a lot left. And I think I'm going to make fingerless mitts with it. I don't really like making fingerless mitts. I really don't, but I think it would look so good together with this hat, and I'm pretty sure I have enough. There's a lot left. So, and I love Bumblebee Acre yarns, especially their Harry Potter inspired yarns. I feel like they get it. They always get it right. I love all their yarns, but especially their Harry Potter yarns. I think they get it. They do it best. That's what I think. Okay, so there's that. And let me take this hat off and put this hat on. This hat, let's see, does it look right? Yep. Here's my next hat. And there's a bit of my hair. Probably some cat hair. I have 2 cats. And one is extremely fluffy. And he gets his hair everywhere. So here's this hat. And this is the Scottish Moon. Scottish Honeymoon hat by Leslie Ann Robinson. And this pattern, I don't know how much it is now. I got it. I don't know if it was just released or what, but I got it for free. It's a paid for pattern now. It's really not that much, especially, I don't remember how much it is, but especially when you consider you really get 2 hat patterns. There's 2 hat patterns there. They're different. Well, I think they're similar, and I think they're similar. I haven't made this one. There's the for her hat and the for him hat. Yeah, something like that. Pattern for her hat, pattern for him hat, something like that. But it's 2 different hats for the price of one. So that's pretty cool. And the yarn I used, and this is how much of the yarn I have left. And this yarn is from Hobium. I love Hobium. And it is Etrafil Hand Knitting Yarns Baby Cashmere. It's not very much cashmere. It's 10% cashmere, 90% polyamide, 100 grams, and 225 meters, which I don't know. I don't know how much yards that is, but it's more than 225. And it is so soft. It's really, really, really soft. I mean, it's nice. It's nice and soft. Very, very soft. I haven't checked their Hobium website, and it's been a little while, but last time I looked, they were out of this yarn, all of these yarns. Well, for now, they were out of them for now. And I actually got another one. Look at this one. Oh, and it's just incredibly soft, incredibly soft. So yep, so there's that. There's that hat. All right, let's see. And another hat. I like to make hats. And I like these fall colors, even though it's summertime. I don't care. So this is, I don't know how this is. This is the Divine hat. I had a heck of a time with this hat. Like, it was easy. It wasn't hard. I used a YouTube video, and I don't remember which one it is. If you type in the Divine hat, it'll come up. The pattern was easy, but I'm a tight crocheter, and so I see a lot of people knit this hat and or crochet this hat and say how big it came out. Mine kept coming out really small, and because I'm a tight crocheter, and it's funny because I'm a loose knitter. But anyway, so I had to stop and start doing this over and over. So yep, so this. And you can tell I like fall. I like other colors too. You'll see, but I really like the fall colors. And this is, let me make sure I got the right one. Yep, this is a Yarn Bee, and it's glowing. And I think the color, glowing Sage and Song. I don't know. yeah, the colorway is Sage and Song. And this is 60% acrylic, 40% polyester. Look at that. And they forgot the T. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know. Polyester. Anyway, it is a it's a number 4 weight yarn, and there's 198 yards, and there's 113 grams. And this is it. And I have a lot of skeins of this yarn because I was going to make a sweater with it. I don't even know. I never finished the sweater, and I can't finish it now because that was a long time ago, years ago. I need to pull it all out. So I have so much of this yarn to make stuff with. Okay. Okay, well, I have some socks here. Let me see what they are. So here's this is my latest pair of socks that I finished. Am I showing them good? There's my socks. And I just used my own, I guess you call it a recipe. I used Magic Loop 2.25 millimeter. I don't know the US size. I always go by millimeters when it goes to knitting needles or crochet hooks because it just makes more sense to me. I can't, when someone says they're using a H hook, I'm like, I never in my brain could I, you know, it just makes, to me, it just makes more sense to go with the millimeters. I can think, okay, you know. So anyway, yeah. So I do, it's just what I use on my feet. 15 rows, 2x2 rib. I think it's 25 rows here. I do an afterthought heel, not a true afterthought heel. And then I do like 60 rows for my foot. And I like vanilla socks mostly. So there's my socks. And the yarn I used, I have this much left. I think I have more than this. Yes. Because it came in, yes. So I have this much left. Because I like short socks. I don't like long socks. So I just have I usually have quite a bit of yarn left over. This is Regia. It's Regia, and it's in a different language. So they're 50 grams. They come in 50 gram balls, 230 yards. It's fingering weight. I'm sure that it's nylon, wool nylon blend. I'm sure of it. Where does it say? Hello? I'm sure it is. Oh, yeah, 75-25. I do not know what the colorway is. I do not know what the colorway is. So, yep, so there's my socks. There they are. What did I do with... I have so much stuff. Oh, there it is, right in front of my face. I have so much stuff around me here. Okay. I think I will show one last thing of finished objects. This is my Lost in Time shawl. I don't know, can you see it? I have like hair, my hair, I shed horribly. This is it. I can't even say what you're saying. I think you can see it. Yep, this is it. And let me see. Where's my, here we go. I still gotta, let me pull my chair in. Okay, so the yarn I used, well, let's see, let's do the pattern. It is by, everybody's heard of this, I'm sure. Joanna Lindahl, Lost in Time shawl. I'm so glad I'm done with this shawl. I used, the yarn I used, that's another Hobium yarn, but I used 3 skeins of this. Do I even have any more? I think I have, no. I got 3 skeins. I think I used, I don't know. I don't know how many skeins I used. I mean, full skeins. I have quite a bit of that left. I don't know. So I have this left, and I think when you buy them, it comes in 3. And this is the Kartopu. I'll just put that there. It's Kartopu. It's 75% acrylic and 15% wool and 10% Lincoln. 200 grams, 820 meters, which I think it says here, yeah, 896 yards. And this is definitely fingering weight yarn. It's actually pretty, it's thin. It's a light fingering weight. And I did color control mine because I can't help it. So I had a lot of ends to weave in, and I don't like to weave in. Well, nobody does. So I'm really glad it's done. And it's itchy. It's beautiful. I love the colors, but it's itchy. I blocked it. I don't really block it. But I did soak it, and yeah. So there's that, and I've been talking, so I'm trying to think, is there anything else? No, I haven't even got to the whips yet. Okay. So that's my finished objects that I'm going to show, and I have made a big mess. Yep, I showed that. Okay. So I have a lot of whips, and I want to show them. Because I want to get them done. So the first thing, whoops, I'm getting go confused here. The first thing I'm going to show is I have a sweater that I'm making, and it is nearly done. I have an arm left, but it's turned out quite big. And I'm doing the Harvest Cowl by Tin Can Knits. Look at my patterns. Look what I do. I write all over them. I don't want to show you the pattern. It's a free pattern, but still not my pattern to show. That was Harvest Cardigan by Tin Can Knits. And it's turning out, I mean, it'll be okay. It's just big. Okay, let's see. Do I have, no, so this is it. Let's see, I have one arm done and one arm to go. And I have no desire to finish this right now, because it's just too big. I mean, it's not really, it's gonna be nice and cozy. It is. And I know that like now when I put it on, I'm wearing, you know, I've got a t-shirt on, and well, I wear t-shirts all year though. Let me see, I'll show you. You have to excuse my shorts because I use radio shorts on. Oh, you don't have to worry about seeing my shorts. Let's see the arm. See that's too big. Wow, I don't know what I'm doing. So it's a little big. I feel like it is, but it's gonna be cozy. You can't really see it's just too big. It doesn't look too bad. Oh, it's hot. All right, and it goes down, definitely covers my bum, which is good. So that's my sweater. And the yarn I'm using is another hobium yarn. I like hobium. It is this is it right here, and it is Lamia Natural Wool, 100 grams, 218 yards. It's a number 4. It's 100% wool, and yeah, that's it. And I'm using, well, I use quite a few needles, but I use quite a few needles. So well, they're 5mm needles and 4mm needles. The 4mm like for the cuffs, and then the 5mm for like the body. And yeah, so these are the main 2 that I used, my highs. And then on the arms, I use 16-inch circulars. Yep, so that's that. And I want to finish the arm. I have no desire. Okay, so there's that. Look at this one. This is my, and let's see. Yep, this is my hitchhiker. Is that right? Oh, let me make sure before yes, this is my hitchhiker by Martina Bem. Sorry. And this is it so far. See, it'll go, maybe if I go like this. Yeah. Yep. There it is. And seems pretty long, but I don't, so there's supposed to be like, it's paid for pattern, so there's supposed to be so many teeth, and I'm not quite there yet, but I'm nearly done with this skein of yarn, but I have a whole nother skein, so I've got a little bit more to go. And the yarn, this yarn is Miss Crosby. Miss Crosby Loves to Play. And the colorway is toucan, however you want to say that. There's 370 yards and 100 grams, and it's fingering weight. And it's, yeah. So I obviously am not, well, not obviously, how would you know? But I'm not going to put the whole skein into this. Because yeah, so this is 370 yards, and I think it calls the finished scarf is, you know, I don't really know how much you can say, what you can't say, but yeah, you're supposed to, it's, the finished scarf is more than 380 yards, whatever this is. So I've got another one of these, and I think I'll go maybe halfway. Yeah. So here's that. And I am using, these are my Addies, 3.25 millimeters on 32 inch. My Addie Turbo Rockets. So there's that. Yep, see, that's the end of the first ball. So I'll add that other one. I don't really mind. I've had this yarn for a million years. Who's that? Oh, if anybody interrupts me, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because I wouldn't know how to. Oh, they better not. Okay. All right, here we go. And this is a crochet shawl. It is, oh, you're not gonna be able to see it really. The Falling Blossom shawl. Can you see? Is there another picture? Yeah, I'm not sure. Falling Blossom shawl by Anna D. And this is it so far. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. So basically, it's asymmetrical. It basically starts off like this, and then it gets a little bit of this, and then it gets into this flower pattern. Yep. That's pretty. That's really pretty. And the yarn, haha, oddly enough, is another Hobium yarn. I like Hobium. And it is Kartopu Angora Natural. It is 10% wool, 10% mohair, 80% acrylic, 100 grams, 580 yards. And the color is K1778. And it is really thin. Like, I don't really know, like, I don't know much about lace weight. I don't have, but this is really thin. Really thin. So there's that. I'm using all my, okay. All right. This is the Don't Touch Your Face cowl. I don't know who it's by. It says Nicolor Strict Design. That's what it says on there. And this is it. It's be hard to show because it's all scrunched up, but it's a cowl. And it's got really cool design on it. You can see. Oh, I don't know how to show. Yeah, kinda. Oh. Oh, there we go. Yep. There we go. Kinda. It's really cool. I've never done this. That's stitch before. I've never done that before. But, yep. And the yarn I'm using, there's the yarn. I am using Less Traveled Yarn. Less Traveled Yarn. It is a 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon, 463 yards. And the colorway is Unicorn Toast. And I am using my Chalgoose 3.25 16-inch. Yeah, there you go. That's pretty. All right, let me see. And my socks. So this is, like I said, this is my sock pattern. Here's the first sock. I haven't put the heel in yet because I do afterthought heel. It's not a true afterthought heel because I put in the waste yarn. So, but I did the same 15 rows of ribbing, 25 for the leg because I like short socks, 65 for the foot, and then the toe. And here's one done, well, minus the heel. And this is nearly done. Yeah, this is nearly done. Just got a few more rows of the toe. And the yarn I'm using is, this is Knit Picks. Don't bother me. They're probably wondering why I'm talking to myself. This is Stroll Fingering Weight Mixtape. Mixtape is the colorway hand painted. 462 yards, 100 grams, and it's a fingering weight. 75, did I say that? 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. Yep, that's that. And then for the heels, toes, and cuffs, this is also Knit Picks, and it is so pretty. This is the Stroll Fingering Dogwood Heather, 50 grams, 231 yards, 75 merino, 25 nylon, and it is a fingering #1. Yep, so there's these two together. And these are my socks. How long? Oh, it's half an hour. Oof. Uh-oh, that did not sound good. Okay, and I'm just gonna show you one more. This is, I've made this before. I gave it to my daughter. This is from Jarab Creations. It's her market bag. I don't think there's anything. No. Oh, you can't really see. That's her market bag. And then I'm nearly done. I just have to do the handles. And this is it so far. Hi there, we did get interrupted, and I hope I can figure out how to put the 2 videos together. I'm sure my husband can figure it out. I've noticed on my screen that everything is the other way now. I don't know how that happened, but everything's backwards. So hopefully when I show it or I put it together, it won't be backwards. I don't know. We'll see. So I was showing you my market bag by Rob Creations, and I had said I had gotten this much of it done, and I just had the handle to go, and I love this. It's very, very soft, and the yarn I'm using is a Michael's yarn. It's cotton. It's 100% cotton, and I'm in love with this yarn. I want to go and get like a lot more of it. It's really, really nice. And the cotton is the cream cotton by Loops and Threads. And this is the colorway Pastel Pink. It's 432 yards and 200 grams. And it's a 4-weight yarn. And the hook I'm using is a 4.5 millimeter clover hook. I like clover hooks. And I realized I didn't say for my other crochet projects the hook. For the pink shawl, I was using a 4 millimeter, and for the Divine hat, I'm almost positive I used a 7 millimeter, and then for the brim, I used a 6 millimeter. I like I said, I crochet tight, and the 7 millimeter hook, because that's not a common hook. I don't know where it is now. I wanted to find it to where I got it from. I can't remember. I don't know where it is. It's probably in another project. No, I don't know where it is. But it's a 7 millimeter. And I don't know where it is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So yeah. So that's the end of my whips. And I guess now I'll show you a few acquisitions that I have gotten recently. Although I am making a, oh gosh, oh good. I am making a, yeah, I'm making a pot holder. Try and get through some of my cotton. I'm going to do the, you know, the folded over pot holder. And this is the yarn. This is the sugar and cream, Lily sugar and cream cotton, 100% cotton. Damask ombre is the colorway. And this is 85 grams, 150 yards. So yeah, I am making that too. And I'm using 5 millimeter boy hook. Okay, so that's the end of my... All right, so for my acquisitions, I got... This is from Molly Klein Designs. There's her card. And see, this shows up backwards. So I don't know if it's going to show up backwards for y'all, but it's Molly Klein Design, and the Sweet Tea yarns, hand dyed. And I got 2 skeins. Look. Look at these. All right, so first this one. This is 80s Windbreaker, and it's on her Sweet Sock. It's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 100 grams, and 460 yards. And look at that. I love it. I love it. I've already messed up the... And then this one, to go with it, I think they go really well. Sorry if it's blowing out or anything. This is the highlighter colorway, and it's on the Sweet Sock, 75 merino, 25 nylon, 460 yards, 100 grams. Oh, it's bright. I'm not sure if it's showing up bright or as bright as it is, but it's bright. And then I got, this is from Nomadic Yarns, self-striping. Look at that. Oh. Ooh. Nomadic Yarns. Sorry if this is backwards. Oh, what a mess. All right, it's on her twisty sock. The colorway is saltwater. It's 400 yards, 100 grams, 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. Look at that. I don't know. I can't tell if it's coming out. It's awful pretty. So that's the yarn that I've gotten recently. I got some more of this soak. I like to use this, and this is the Unleash scent. It's very nice. I got this at my local yarn store, which is, I'm very lucky. It's Eat Sleep Knit. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of that. They have a really good online business, but I get to go there. It's lovely. All right, and then I got 2 stitch markers. I've wanted to get these stitch markers for a long time. So the first one I got was from Simply Serving. Oh, that's their Etsy shop. Yeah, Simply Serving, Etsy.com. And this is, they make polymer clay stitch markers, and this is the one I got. Look at that. Isn't it cute? It's really a progress keeper. It's so cute. Look at that. And then I got another one from, and I can't find, I don't know what I did with the card, but it's Charmed and Dangerous, and it's on Etsy. And look at it. It's a peach cupcake. Isn't it cute? I mean, gosh, the detail is amazing. Oh, come on. Isn't it cute? I just love it. So yeah, those are my latest acquisitions. I have made a big mess. I found my 7mm hook. Oh, it doesn't say where it's from. I can't remember. Knit Pro? I don't know. I think that might be it. All right, well, that's it. This is a hot mess, I think. But I'm going to put it out there, and I'm just going to get better at it. I have made a mess. A mess. Well, it's hopefully I can put these two together, or else I'm going to have to do this all over again. I hope you liked it. I hope, that it was the content, you like the content, and I hope that you'll subscribe. And I hope that I'll do this again. I didn't really mind doing it. Be really hard not to, get interruptions. There's, my kids come and go, and their friends come and go. My sister comes and goes, and my husband comes and goes, and lots of people. And yeah, I got to go figure out how to upload this and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, thank you so much. And hopefully I'll see y'all again. And I hope you have, and today's Friday. I know you might watch it on a different day, but if you're watching it, I hope y'all on Friday. I hope y'all have a great weekend. And yeah, happy knitting, happy crocheting, and happy yarn. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.